Hi loves, and welcome back to my channel. It's Cass. Today, wow, I'm sorry, it just feels really good to be doing this, and I've missed you guys so much. I've missed this setup. I missed us chatting, you know what I mean? So let's get into this video. What we're not going to do is act like we don't know where the subscribe button is. Turn on your bell because the notification gang, we're going to be back in motion. It's time for me to get out of this hiatus and start living the truth, aka giving you guys the content that you need. Also, tippity tap the bell for notification. I thought I said that. Y'all know it's been a while. I'm a little rusty, so I don't quite remember everything, but you know what to do. Also, give me a thumbs up because that helps the algorithm. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your grandma, your auntie, your uncles, everybody. Today, guys, we are going to be talking about brows. I have been on the hunt for the perfect soap brow routine. Okay, I've tried every product. I've done the Got To Be gel. I've done the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade. I've done other brow pomades that I found at other places. I have the Revolution soap bar. I've tried everything, okay? And the truth is, I wasted money on all of those products because none of them are good. All of the eyebrow products that are coming out honestly remind me of edge controls. They work for the first like 2 or 3 times, and then I don't know what it is, but like my hair, my eyebrow hairs, it starts to get used to the product and it essentially just becomes grease. So I'm just like, okay, like what can I use? What can I use? So I was in Dollar Tree the other day and I stumbled upon the original OG, the Pears soap. So this is like a transparent soap. Obviously, this is what the girls were using prior to actual products coming out, and they were right. Okay, this gets the job done. It keeps the hairs in place, and I'm going to show you guys how to use it because I kind of struggled with this in the beginning, but this is the gem. So we're going to zoom in, we're going to jump in, we're going to get started. I want to show you guys how to lay your brows. We're starting off scraggly today, so we're going to do the whole thing. We're going to do the whole thing. Okay guys, we are up close and personal. So I want to show you guys the product that we're going to be using today. It's going to be very simple. I'm going to do my entire brow routine, how I would normally do it before I start my makeup. And I always start with my brows first. Like I said, guys, we're going to be using the Pears soap. And again, I got this from Dollar Tree. This is the brow pencil that we're going to be using, guys. This is my Morphe micro pencil. I can't live without her. Honestly, if you have any micro pencil that's your fave, it'll work. So this is like a grayish brown. So it's not like too red. I've noticed that when the brown, like dark browns, have a little bit more red undertones in it, and it just looks red when it comes on my brows. Black is too black, but this darkish brown color that's more gray. I also have this NYX Professional Lift brow pencil. It's just basically a liquid liner for your brows. It's a brow tint pen. I use it to just kind of redefine my brow hairs after. You'll see that later on. I also have this little Morphe brush right here. This one is just a square flat top brush. Great for doing under your eyes with concealer. Today I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place concealer, and this one is in the shade 13. You just want something a little bit brighter, basically what you would highlight with, but this is even a little bit brighter than my highlight, so I love that. The last thing I would say is to get a mirror that you have some good zoom in with. The closer you can get to your brows, the better. I also forgot to mention a spoolie. Obviously, that's important. It's at the end of my Morphe brush. Okay, so I don't have any water right now, so I'm going to just use my setting spray. But I'm just going to spritz the top of this a little bit, moisten it up. And you kind of want it to dry down a little bit. So my mistake was like soaking my eyebrow brush and then putting in the soap and then just going in. It was way too sudsy. It was actually honestly out of control. You want to let it dry down some so it can be a little bit tacky. I'm just going to give that a few seconds. Alright guys, so now the soap is basically dry. I'm just going to run the entire spoolie through there just so the product is all over. And that way I don't have to keep going back in. Literally, this is all I use my spoolies for. It's for my soap, so the more soap the better. As you can see, my brows are doing their own thing. This is post sleeping like a maniac, and this is what they're giving the girls. Please don't mind my hairline. Me and my frontal are having an argument. We're disagreeing right now, but it's okay. Anywho, so I'm gonna just brush up, and I like to pull because I'm really trying to rake the product through. And you basically just want your eyebrows standing up. And you can see they're kind of already giving you that look. I love this thing. This also doesn't take years to dry, which I like. But you do have to kind of work fast. It kind of reminds me of the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Once it starts to dry down, your brows be stuck. And then you can't really move them. So once I'm here, I kind of like to use my finger too to melt the product in. And that kind of helps you start to get where you really want to be, which is here. So you see now it's getting more tacky. So let me work fast. So I like mine to just kind of be up. I know some people like to round them out, but I don't know if I'm just traumatized from childhood, because that's how I used to do my brows when I was a kid. Like how I used to tang them because they were so unruly. I used to like round them out, and I hate that look for me. I just don't feel like it fits my face really well, so I don't prefer it. I also did recently trim my eyebrow hairs because they were starting to curl at the ends, and that's when I just know they're too long. So yeah, I just like them to go up, kind of like that. So that's the difference. That's what we're giving. We're giving Evel Knievel, and we're giving Relax. Evel Knievel, Relaxed. I have an Evel plan, but I'm chilling. You see what I'm saying here? Once I have it kind of in the position that I want, I like to also press my finger back over again. And this really just helps them stay in place. Like, do you see what she's doing? My girl is stuck, okay? I'm going to do the other brow, and then we'll move on to the next step. I'm not wetting the soap either, guys. I'm just going back in because it still has a little bit of moisture. It's not super dry right now, and that is the best. That's the way that you want the soap to be. You don't want it to be soaked. Now the soap brow is doing what she has to do. We're going to move in with the actual pencil. Again, like I said, this is the color Java, and you want to look for a nice ashy grayish dark brown color because it just blends so much better. I start off with a line like that, and then I start drawing in the hairs that I want. And it's not like I'm getting it thin enough to actually look like hairs, but I'm basically just trying to bring the illusion of hair, even if it's just with the color. And that's what I use the NYX like liquid liner pencil for, to actually give me like real hairs. But I always do that last after my makeup is done, because once I do my foundation and everything, the front of my brows always get like a little bit, they always lose a little bit of color because of the foundation and the highlight and everything. Like the brushes are just all over the place. So at the very end is when I'll add back those hairs, you know what I mean? They can look this crazy when you're going to conceal under them, so you can kind of go haywire. Like the pencil can kind of just go wherever she wants because the concealer is going to clean it up anyways. So you'll see how much better these looks once I conceal them. So that's what we're going to do now. So from here, you see we're already giving the girl something, okay? Sometimes I use a little bit too much concealer, but I also like to pull it down into my lids when I know I'm going to do eyeshadow. So I kind of use it as a primer as well. So it always works out. Okay, so this is what the brows are giving right now. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I fill in the brows at the very end of my makeup, before I do my setting spray, all of that hoopla. And And those are the brows, guys. That's literally it. As you can see, the soap is still in motion. I kid you not, when I was using like the Anastasia Beverly Hills and all those other products, by the time I got to the end of my makeup, my brows were already like turning greasy and they wouldn't stay. This stays all day until I wash it off. So I really love the soap. Like, get the soap, y'all. The soap is really, it was literally $1. It was $1. And I feel like everybody just needs to have it. And until there's a real, for real good brow product, I won't be able to hold it down. Although I did see that got2b is going to have like their own brow, you know, like product. I probably will try it. My only issue with the got2b gel, and I use the yellow one because the black one doesn't stay. The yellow one leaves a white residue. When you go to put your concealer underneath, it picks up that glue and drags it all across your makeup, and you literally have lumps of glue under your brows. If you have any questions, any recommendations for other products that I should try for my brows, leave them down below. I am going to continue and do my makeup, so if you want to see how this came out, be prepared for that next video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.